only 5 stars in the Laff-A-Lympics. Yes, it's Scooby's All-Star Laff-A-Lympics.
Ready, set, let's go!
Yeah.
So in 1977, Hanna-Barbera did something absolutely insane. They brought together 45 of their most beloved characters, Scooby-Doo, Yogi Bear, the whole gang, for one massive Saturday morning event called Laff-A-Lympics. It was the crossover kids could only dream about, and it became an instant phenomenon.
Scoobies, you took first place in the gold medal. I guess you're happy with the whole pie?
Pie? What pie? Pizza pie?
But after just one spectacular season and a few follow-up episodes, it vanished. Why would a show this popular get cancelled? Well, the answer involves network politics, a controversial puppy, and the end of a golden age. This is the rise and fall of Laff-A-Lympics. First, to understand why Laff-A-Lympics was such a huge deal, you need to picture the world it came from. By the mid-70s, Hanna-Barbera was the undisputed king of TV animation. For 2 decades, they'd filled Saturday mornings with shows we all grew up with. The Flintstones, the Jetsons, Scooby-Doo, this was their empire. And in 1977, they decided to throw the ultimate party. The idea was sparked by 2 things: the 1976 Montreal Olympics and ABC's hit Battle of the Network Stars, which had TV celebrities competing in sports. Hanna-Barbera thought, hey, why not do the same thing but with a cast no live-action show could ever assemble? Laff-A-Lympics premiered September 10th, 1977, as the centerpiece of a massive 2-hour block called Scooby's All-Star Laff-A-Lympics. The scale was unprecedented. 45 characters were split into 3 teams. The Scooby-Doobies, led by Scooby-Doo and featuring heroes like Blue Falcon and Captain Caveman. The Yogi-Yahooies, packed with classic characters like Yogi Bear and Huckleberry Hound. And the Really Rottens, the villainous team led by Mumbly and the Dread Baron. And here's a fun fact. Dick Dastardly and Muttley were supposed to lead the Rottens, but rights issues forced Hanna-Barbera to create obvious stand-ins instead. Still, this gathering of cartoon legends was more than just a show. It was a celebration of the studio's entire history. And viewers absolutely loved it. Laff-A-Lympics became an instant ratings powerhouse. But what made it so addictive? Well, the formula was brilliantly simple. Each week, the 3 teams traveled to different locations worldwide. The Swiss Alps, Tokyo, you name it, competing in ridiculous events from ski races to sumo wrestling. Snagglepuss and Mildew Wolf provided hilarious commentary throughout. The comedy followed a reliable pattern. The Really Rottens cheated in every single event with elaborate schemes, and their plans would spectacularly backfire at the last second, letting the good guys win. You knew it was coming, but that was part of the fun. You watched to see how they'd blow it this time. The first season had 16 episodes, and the scoreboard told the story. The Scooby-Doobies dominated, the Yogi-Yahooies racked up solid wins, and the Rottens, despite all their cheating, only managed a couple of victories. Other Hanna-Barbera icons like Fred Flintstone would even pop in as guest referees, making it feel like a massive universe-wide event.
Let's look at this afternoon when Scooby-Dum got a few tips from our expert guest commentator, Fred Flintstone.
Thank you, my friend. Scooby-Dum, it is a pushover. As you can see, it reminds me of my old days with the Bedrock Little League.
The popularity exploded beyond TV. By 1978, you could buy Laff-A-Lympics pinball games and card games. Marvel Comics launched a series that expanded the storylines, showing what teams did between competitions. For a brief, brilliant moment, Laff-A-Lympics was everywhere. It was the peak of Hanna-Barbera's dominance, a show that felt too big and too fun to ever disappear. But behind the scenes, everything was about to change. So what killed this ratings juggernaut? The answer might surprise you. The beginning of the end came in fall 1978. The block returned as Scooby's All-Stars, and that name change was the first warning sign. The format was leaner, Dynamite reruns were gone, and most tellingly, only 8 new Laff-A-Lympics episodes were produced, mixed with first season reruns. After those 8 aired, production stopped completely. By the 1979 to 1980 season, the entire block had vanished. Now, there was no single killer. Instead, it was a perfect storm of shifting priorities and one tiny, divisive character, Scrappy-Doo. By 1979, the original Scooby-Doo formula was getting stale, and ABC threatened cancellation due to falling ratings. To save their most valuable franchise, Hanna-Barbera introduced Scooby's feisty nephew. Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo premiered in 1979 as a standalone half-hour show and became a massive hit. The network and studio poured all their focus and budget into this new format. The sprawling Laff-A-Lympics block was sacrificed for a leaner show that revitalized their star character. And beyond that, the show's concept may have been its own undoing. It was designed as a television event, a spoof of the Olympics, and like the real Olympics, it probably wasn't meant to run forever. With 24 episodes completed, the series felt complete. The massive production juggling 45 characters and designing new global settings for every episode was likely expensive and logistically challenging, even for efficiency-minded Hanna-Barbera. The cancellation was pure business. Saturday morning TV was shifting away from massive multi-show blocks toward focused half-hour formats. Hanna-Barbera made a strategic choice, sacrificed their ambitious crossover for the fresh, scrappy-led adventures that were now a certified hit. Laff-A-Lympics wasn't cancelled because it failed. It was cancelled because it had served its purpose, and the studio had a newer star to bet on. But here's the thing, Laff-A-Lympics never really died. Reruns returned to ABC in 1980 and 1986 as a standalone half-hour show.
An earth-shattering hit right in the center of the target. But is he okay?
Great bait.
It became a genuine cult classic during the cable era, airing constantly on USA Cartoon Express, then Cartoon Network and Boomerang. These channels would marathon Laff-A-Lympics during real-world Olympics, introducing new generations to this cartoon crossover. And you can still see its influence today. Its multi-franchise format paved the way for countless future crossovers. More directly, the Max series Jellystone aired Laff Games, where Jellystone competed against New Bedrock in a modern tribute, complete with Snagglepuss and Mildew Wolf returning as commentators. Laff-A-Lympics remains a one-of-a-kind moment in animation history, a show born from a studio at the absolute peak of its confidence and power. And for 24 wild episodes, Hanna-Barbera threw a party and invited everyone. It was a massive, chaotic, incredibly fun spectacle that defined Saturday mornings for a generation. The show may have been a casualty of changing times and business strategy, but its ambition has never been forgotten.
Oh well, if every cheat worked, it wouldn't be sporting, eh, Mumbly?
It stands as a monument to when a cartoon could be more than just a cartoon. It could be an event. The story of Laff-A-Lympics perfectly captures a bygone era of bold Saturday morning experiments. It burned bright and disappeared fast, but its impact echoes today. So what are your favorite Laff-A-Lympics memories? Did you root for the Scooby-Doobies or Yogi Yahooies? Or did you love watching the Really Rottens fail spectacularly every week? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this trip down cartoon memory lane, hit that like button and subscribe for more nostalgic trips down memory lane.